Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the Animal Crossing ColourPop makeup collaboration that they just came out with about a month ago. I managed to get all 4 of the eyeshadow palettes, both blush palettes, and the glitter gel and the glitter shadow, I believe. I wasn't able to get the lip tints this time, but I can always review them later. And I think there was one other thing that I wasn't able to get because they sold out before I managed to buy any of them. So I will be doing swatches, and I will be doing a couple of the eye looks using 2 of the different palettes, probably one on the left side, one on the right. Let's get started. So I'm gonna be starting out with the eyeshadow collection. It is called the True Friends collection. There's 4 eyeshadows. There is, the purple one is La Belle of the Ball, the orange one is What a Hoot, the pink one is 5 Star Island, and the green one is Nook Incorporated. Now, for any of you who play Animal Crossing New Horizons like I do, you understand all of the references. So I'll be making references to some of the characters in the game, to some of the the places. Going back to this ColourPop pressed powder palettes, or eyeshadow palettes, they have the little characters on them. They have Timmy and Tommy Nook, they have Tom Nook, they have Label, they have Mabel, whatever her sister's name is, I don't know. They're the Able sisters, and then they have a third one. There's Blathers, and Blathers' sister, and then there's Isabelle. These are the characters. They're actually really, really cute. I think that my favorite is either Blathers, which is right here. He is the museum curator, or I think I really like the two, I guess, Tom Nook's sons, I want to say. Timmy and Tommy, which you can't really tell the difference because they're identical. These are like the main recurring characters. And these are the names of the palettes. They're so small. So La Belle of the Ball has the Able sisters on it. It has Mabel, Label, and her sister. I still don't remember her sister's name. It's in this little purple packaging. It's really, really cute. And then on the back, it has clothes and it has the shade names. If you don't know, the Able sisters are tailors. They make all the clothes for all the islanders. Inside, there's 4 shades. On the top, there's the 3 sisters. And then here are the 4 shades. The 4 shades are, this glittery one is Able Sisters, which is the name of the tailor shop that they have. Custom design. Serene Sable. Sable's the sister. She's the other sister I couldn't think of. And then Tailor's Ticket. Now a Tailor's Ticket is something that you can get in the game when you do the quest for Label, the fashion designer. She gives you what she calls a Tailor's Ticket. And you can get a free piece of clothing as long as it's under, I want to say 1,000 bells, but I'm not sure. And for those of you who don't know what bells are, we'll be getting to that later because there's another piece of the collection that has to do with bells. They're really stuck in here, just The next one is What a Hoot, Blathers and his sister. It's actually really, really cute. I love the design of these. They're so small, but they're so cute. On the back, it has fossils. So in the game, you're supposed to give all the fossils that you find to Blathers, and he's supposed to put them in the museum. You have Blathers on the top, and his sister. What is his sister's name? What is his sister's name? Okay, I looked it up. Blathers' sister's name is Celeste, and so up here we have Celeste down here, and we have Blathers up here. And then we have the 4 shades, which are actually really pretty neutrals. So if you're not someone who really likes a lot of color, but you like more of the browns and the golds and everything, this will be a really good one for you. Up here is Meteor Shower. It's like a gold pressed powder. So Celeste, she usually comes to the island when they're shooting stars. So if you see her walking around your island, look up in the sky because there's bound to be shooting stars. All of Flutter is the next shade. It's this like a burnt orange glitter. All of Flutter is a quote that Blathers uses a lot when you're talking to him in the museum, where he says, "How can I help you? I'm all a flutter," or something like that. This next shade, it's like a mustard yellow. It's called Celestial. And then Who, which is this brown one, they're owls, so they go hoo hoo. It's also like when you go up to Blathers when he's sleeping during the day and you surprise him, he goes hoo hoo. This next one is called 5 Star Island. It's the one with Isabelle on him. Now Isabelle, I believe, is one of the older original characters from Animal Crossing. I haven't played any of the previous Animal Crossing games except this new one, New Horizons, so I don't really know a whole lot about her. She works with Tom Nook, and I know she keeps up with the ratings and the villagers and how people perceive the island. This one, it's in a little pink case. It's got Isabelle on it. On the back it has butterflies. Inside we have these 4 colors. It's a very like springtime looking one, because I know she's all about like the flowers, and in her office she has a plant and stuff like that. You have butterflies up here, and then you have Isabelle, and then you have the 4 shades. Starting off with this yellow one is Isabelle, yeah, which makes sense because she's the yellow character. Island Designer is this one. This pink pressed powder. Island Tune is this pink one because she's the one that can help you like create a song for the island. And then Resident Rep is this one. She's the representative for the island, so she's the one who keeps up with like the image and the reputation of an island and helps you essentially make your island look better by giving you like tips and stuff. So those were all of the pressed eyeshadows, and so now we're going to be moving on to the blushes. There's 2 blushes. There is the pink Flower Power one. It has a lot of the villagers on them. I don't know who these villagers are. It looks like there's a cat, a dog, and a rabbit. I think it's really cute. I think the packaging for all of these are actually really cute. And then this one, it's called Flower Tender. It is an orange. It has other villagers on it. It has a frog, I believe a squirrel, and a bear. I think they did a really good job with the packaging for these. It is so cute because even on the inside it has like the leaves, which is like the symbol for Animal Crossing. Like if you get an item, that drops from a tree, or if you have like a furniture item in your inventory, it always shows up as one of these leaves. Palette itself looks like this, same as the outer packaging, and it's really cute. It's about the average size of a blush. This is her. It has a flower pressed into it. And next we have Flower Tender, which is the orange one. And then on the inside of this one, it's like a rosy pink, but it looks like it has a little bit of orange in it. And it also has the pressed flower in it. So the last 2 items that I managed to get were the Billionaire. It's a glitter gel. It looks like this. When I was going back and talking about bells are the form of currency for the Animal Crossing world. Why it's bells, I don't know. They look like coins with stars on them. And then this is Balloon Pop. It is a Super Shock Shadow. It is a single eyeshadow. It looks like this. On it there are, I don't know if you can actually see it very well. In the white, like in the reflective, you can see its little presents, like what this looks like, because it's got like the little bow and everything. On the island, these little boxes will be attached to balloons, and you have to shoot them down with a slingshot. On this, it looks like there's a little bunny character and the presents with the balloons. Now, it's hard to see because this is a white background. This is essentially one of like the random items that you can get on the island. You can get anything from furniture items, clothing items, sometimes you get bells. I think the craziest one that I've gotten was 10,000 bells out of one of these. It was super awesome. We're gonna start with Billionaire, and on the top you can see these are what bells look like. They're just little coins. They have stars on them. This is essentially what 1,000 bells looks like, is in a bag. Anything that's 100, 200, 400, those are all coins. Anything in the thousands is a bag. This is what it looks like. It's a little jar, and on top it has what a single bell looks like. It is just a star on a coin. It is a glitterly obsessed glitter gel. This is what it looks like with the seal on. This is what it looks like. It's essentially just a glitter body gel. I think you would like top it off on eyeshadows if you're doing like a face paint or something. It looks like it's a really thick gel. I would be curious to try it. Maybe it's kind of like a liquid eyeshadow. And then this final one, Balloon Pop. It is a single eyeshadow. I believe it's kind of like a bronzy color. So this is the single eyeshadow. It is the, what is it? Balloon Pop Super Shot Shadow Ultra Glitter. It looks kind of like a rosy gold with a little bit of like a bronze in it. This is what it looks like. It's really cute. It looks like it's scaly, kind of like a snake or something. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to start swatching them. Then we're going to go into the bathroom and I'm going to be trying out a couple of the shades, seeing like which ones work best, what the formula is like, seeing like how well it actually looks, because apparently it works really well for some people. They really like the formula, but I haven't tested it out myself. So I'm gonna start out with swatching La Belle of the Ball. So this first one is the Able Sisters. Looks like that. It looks kind of like a highlighter. Let's see. Okay, so that's very glittery. That's very glittery. It looks like just straight glitter. And it's really pretty because it looks like it has green, has a lot of purple, has some white. So next we're gonna do Taylor's Ticket, which is this other top one. It's like a pretty purple. So we'll swatch that one. And that's what it looks like. I think it's really pretty. It's like a pinky purple type color. Next we're gonna do Custom Design, which is like this brownish, purpley, blue, mauve, whatever. So in the light, it looks like it has a blue sheen to it. That's what it looks like. Now it looks more like an orangish brown, which is kind of weird. So far, these all seem really, really smooth. Next, we're gonna do Serene Sable. It's a really simple purple. It's a matte purple. So it looks like that. I think these are really pretty. I don't disagree with like what people are saying about how like smooth it is, because I think that it's actually it's really creamy, as they would say, where it's like the formula is not flaky, it doesn't have a lot of fallout. It looks like with the Serene Sable, it looks like it has a little bit of fallout, but not too much. With the glitters, it doesn't look like it has any, but I also haven't used like a brush or anything with it yet, so I don't know how it reacts differently with your finger versus your brush. All right, so next we're gonna do What a Hoot. And I went to go wash off the swatches so that I could do more in the same spot, and they came off really, really easily with water. They're gonna be really easy to clean off when you're taking off your makeup for the night, and there doesn't have to be like a lot of hard scrubbing or anything, so it's very gentle. We're gonna start with Meteor Shower, which is the pressed gold. Looks just like a gold shadow. That's really pretty. It's essentially the same as the Isabelle one, where it's the silver, but this one is gold. There's like some bigger gold pieces, some smaller gold pieces, I think a little bit of silver. Next we're gonna go in with Celestial. It seems like with the matte ones, there's a little bit of fallout when you swipe your finger, but not too much. It's like a mustard yellow. And there's the color. It's really pretty, it's simple. It would be a good like base color if you're gonna be doing like glitters and stuff like that. Next we're doing All of Flutter, which is the copper color. Ooh, I like that one. That one reminds me a lot of one of my favorite Jeffree Star shades from the Thirsty palette. It's one of the like the middle glitters. I really like that one. I'm gonna be using that one a lot. It's like a really pretty bronze. And then finally we're gonna do Who, which is like a chocolate brown. With the browns, I usually use darker colors up on the brow bone and then buff it out to give it more of like a shadow. This one would be a good brow shadow color rather than like an actual like all over the lid color, because it's really, really dark. These are all just as smooth. I actually really like the formula so far. This is the Tom Nook palette. It is just called Nook Incorporated. It has Tom Nook, which is the one with his eyes slightly closed. And then Timmy and Tommy are the two smaller ones. I believe they're his sons or his nephews or something. And then on the back, it has the leaves and acorns. But inside, you have Tom Nook up here. And then you have Timmy and Tommy down here. Timmy and Tommy are the two little raccoons that run Nook's Cranny. It's like a convenience store. You can buy clothing, you can buy tools, you can buy seeds. These are the 4 shades. We have Yes, Yes, which is a quote from Tom Nook. We have Made in the Shade, which is this green one. We have CEO, which is Tom Nook's position. He is the CEO of Nook Incorporated, and he's essentially the guy who brings you to the island and starts essentially putting the island life together and is essentially the overruling person of the island, if that makes sense. And then Water Landing is this last one. It's like a seaweed green. These ones I think would be really good for people with blue eyes, like myself, because it's got like really nice green tones. Like you can put the Yes Yes and the CEO on the inner lid, and then you can put Made in the Shade and Water Landing on the outer lid and on the brow bone. So next for swatching, we're gonna be doing Isabelle's 5-Star Island. This is the one with the yellow and the pinks. So we're going to be swatching Isabelle first, which is the yellow. Similar to the other, like a yellow, like the mustard yellow, this one is like a powdery whitish yellow. It would be a good base color. Yeah, this one is super, super light. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's still like super, super light. So it's not a color that you would want for like the whole eye. You definitely want other colors with it. Next we're gonna do Island Tune, which is like this pinkish, like this pink color, essentially. This is a matte color like an artificial strawberry color. It could be a really good base color if you're gonna put like glitter on top of it. This glitter Island Designer. It's like a really pretty, like, it's a powdery pink. It's very light. It's like pure glitter. That one is really pretty. I can see flecks of green and purple and pink and white. And then finally is Resident Rep, which looks kind of like a brownish red. Oh, I put that on the same finger. Oh, let's do this one. Yeah. It's like a brownish red. Yeah, it looks like a burnt pink turning into like a red with a little bit of like brown undertones. And there is glitter in it. It is like a shimmer shade. It's dark, but it's not too dark. It could be used as like a lid color, but it could also be used as a brow bone color and it would still work really well. So finally we have, for the swatches, is going to be the Nook Incorporated. We have the 4 shades, the 4 very pretty green blue shades, which I think in terms of color, these are my favorite ones because I always love blues and greens. So first we're going to swatch Yes Yes, which is like a shimmery seafoam green color, which is one of my favorite colors. That is really, really pretty. This is definitely a palette that I'll be using. Wow, that's really, really pretty. Next is Made in the Shade. It's kind of like a mossy green. It is also a shimmer. That is really, really pretty. For some reason, my camera is not like adjusting very well. That is one of my favorite shades right now. That is such a pretty green. I love greens. I know a lot of people are like, ooh, greens and blues. Like, what are you, in middle school? And I'm like, no, my eyes are blue. This is CEO. It's like a whitish blue seafoam green. It's like if you put Yes Yes and you mix it into a white chunky glitter, and that is the shade. And then this final one is Water Landing, which is the deep teal color. This is a pure matte. There's no shimmer in it. It's like if you take a teal marker or something and draw a line on you. That's what it looks like. I think this is probably my favorite shadow palette, just because of like the colors and everything. Like, I like the formula of all 4 of them because it's all like the same formula, but the colors are so pretty and I was not expecting them to be this smooth, this creamy, this easy to apply and remove. It's absolutely like awesome. I give them like 5 stars on that one. Okay, so we have 4 products left. We have the 2 blushes and then we have the 2 glitters. This one is Flower Power. It's one of the blushes. So I will swatch that. Ooh, I like that these are all like so smooth. Like they're really, really like soft, like velvety almost. So with blushes, it's a little bit harder to like get a color, but it's a really light rosy pink. There's some glitter in it. Not as much as like a highlighter would be, but just a soft glitter. Next we have Flower Tender, which is like a little bit more of an orangey pink. I think I would prefer this one just because I like a little bit more color. You don't want to use these as highlighters. They're not that strong. They're very, very subtle. I don't wear blush very often, but I think I might using these 2 because these are actually really, really cute. Next, we're going to be doing Balloon Pop. It's the single eyeshadow. It is like a bronzy color. Like I showed you before, it's this one. It feels like sticky, a little bit wet, a little bit tacky. It's just a straight up gold. It feels more like a cream eyeshadow. It's like just a pure gold. It would be really good if you wanted to put like glitter on top of it. It would stick very well because it seems to be kind of sticky, but I think that's just how cream eyeshadows usually are. And then finally, we have the glitter. This is the Billionaire Glitterly Obsessed Glitter Gel. Now, I'm not going to be putting a whole lot on because it is a glitter gel and it is very, very sticky. It's essentially like wet glitter. And if you know glitter, it gets everywhere. I got a very small amount, but even then, this is quite a lot when it comes to glitter. It's essentially like you painting it on. And it's just full on glitter. Like there's nothing else to it. It's chunky glitter, thin glitter. If you ever put on like a glitter nail polish, that's exactly what it feels like. It's just straight up glitter. It's got a lot of chunky white pieces and then small gold pieces. So it's very, very reflective. So that was the whole collection, and now I'm going to be going into my bathroom and I'm going to be putting on a couple colors. I'm going to be testing out 2 of the eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna probably be choosing the blue one, the Tom Nook, and I think maybe the pink one, the Isabelle one, just to see like how they're different and like how they actually look on the face. I'll be applying a little bit of blush, both types of blush. I might put on a little bit of just the simple eyeshadow, but I don't know about that one yet. That might be at another time, but I do know I want to test 2 of the eyeshadows and then both blushes, so stay tuned for that. So I'm here in my bathroom and I don't know where my mini stand went, so I'm just using like a box to like put my camera on. So I'm actually like on my knees right now. I'm not actually standing, so I'm sorry about all like the weird shadows and stuff that make me look like really tired and really old. So I have my eyeshadow brush. I'm going to be doing on the left eye, I'm going to be doing the Nook Incorporated. I think I'm going to do Made in the Shade for the base color. And these are just to test them out. I'm not actually doing like full-on looks right now. I mean, so far so good. There's not a whole lot of fallout. And I know if I use like a good primer, I would be able to get a lot better results. But I mean, for a first time trying them, I'm not disappointed. It's like a really pretty, like a deep minty green. And then I'm going to be doing Yes Yes on top of it. It's like a shimmery green. That's really pretty, actually. And then I'm going to do a little bit of CEO just on the inside. Yeah. I'm going to go back in with Yes Yes to do the underside. Okay. And then I'm going to use Water Landing up on the brow bone. And I know this is not perfect. Don't like call me out and say, oh, you're a horrible makeup artist and whatever. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm testing out makeup at 11 o'clock at night just to see how it works. So, I mean, this is really messy. It's not going to be perfect, but that's kind of how the eye looks. So for someone who's like really new to makeup, you'd think, oh my god, that's amazing. Now for me, I know I can do better. But with what I have and the fact that I'm not wearing a primer, which I probably should have put one on beforehand, that's okay. It's actually really pretty. It came out better than I thought it would. I know that I could always like touch it up and I could add to it and stuff like that. Like, I know there's like work that can be done, but I can like do that like another time, but just for like the basic colors, it looks really pretty. And then on the right eye, I'm going to be using the Isabelle palette. I'm going to be going in with Isabelle. I'm just going to be using these little mirrors. I don't know why I'm using my big mirror when I can just use these little mirrors. Oh wow, I made a mess on my other eye. Now that I can actually like see clearly, because I'm not wearing my glasses, the yellow barely shows up. So you definitely don't want to use that as like a full eye color. Next I'll be going in with Island Tune, which is the salmon pink color. And that'll be on the actual lid. Okay. And then I'll be going in with Island Designer, which is the glitter. And that'll be on the inner eye. Down into the lid. Then I'll be going in with Island Tune underneath. I think with the blues I could have gone with like a matte instead of a shimmer. Maybe that was my mistake. And buff it out. A little bit more Island Designer on the lid, make it like a shimmer lid. And then on the outside. And then on the outside do Island Rep. Island Rep is going on the brow bone. Oh, that's really pretty. Let me see if I can try and fix this blue, because this blue be looking like a mess. Okay, so let me try and fix it. How did I miss a whole damn spot on my eye? How in the hell? I miss a whole damn spot on my eye. I'm special. And then I'll use Yes Yes underneath. I see you in the corner. And then I mean, that's a little better. It's not perfect. It's not gonna be perfect. So looking at them, the pink is very soft, very feminine. I really like it. The blue, it's good, but it's a little bit hard to blend. I noticed that with the dark teal color, it was very hard to blend. But the shimmery blues look really, really pretty. So finally, I'm gonna do the two blushes. I'm going to start with Flower Power. I noticed that there is some fallout, but there's not a whole lot. It's like a really soft pink. Might have to apply twice just to get it to show up. That's like a really, really soft pink. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really hard to show up. I don't know how much you have to put on to be able to see it. Now you can start to see it after I had to put it on like, this is 4 times. You have to apply quite a bit for this one. There is some fallout. It's not super bad, but it's not like no fallout at all. And then finally, we will be trying the Flower Tender, the orangey pink shimmery one. Maybe this one will show up more. Oh yeah, this one immediately shows up more. This one also looks better in my opinion. So there's the orange one. So I applied the two powders. This is the pink one. I had to apply it about 4 times for you to be able to see it. Even then, I don't know how well you can see it. And then here is the Flower Tender, is the orange one. You can see it a little bit better. You can see it better in person than you could over the camera, so I'm not knocking it on that one, but I will say that they do take a lot to apply. Those ones weren't up to like the standard that I thought they would be. The eyeshadows, really good. I think that they're really pretty. I think that they blend better with the lighter colors than they do with the darker colors. The pinks were really easy to blend. The blues, not so much. The pink you had to apply a lot more. And then the orange, you didn't have to apply as much, but you still can't see it very well. And that might just be a blush thing. I don't wear it very often, so I don't know. It could also just be the formula. Well, that does it for this makeup review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it because I thought that the makeup overall exceeded my expectations. I thought because, oh, it's a little bit of an indie company, I didn't know how they would measure up and how well like their formulas were, but I was actually pretty impressed with the eyeshadows. I do have to play around with them a little bit more to see just how well like they can blend, but just for a first impression, I think that they actually turned out really well. The blushes, they're okay. I don't know how often I'd be using those, but the eyeshadows I think I'll definitely be using. But either way, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like on this video and comment down below what makeup you would want me to review next, what videos you would want to see next, what you think of the Animal Crossing collection. Do you play Animal Crossing? Would you buy this makeup? What from the collection you would buy in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel to be notified when I make new videos. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. I've been looking like a clown. Actually, I look kind of like Harley Quinn makeup, but just very messy. Very, very messy. See, you can barely see the pink. You can see the orange a little bit. I have so many freckles. That pink took a lot to actually show up. I don't know if I'll be using the pink very much. But yeah, I mean, I think I like the pink better. The pink eyeshadow looks really pretty. I'm not knocking the blue, but I think that it would need a little bit of work to kind of like refine. But yeah.